that does bring us to the next story with talking about her potential opponents in Gavin Newsom. And Gavin Newsom is the king of pandering. So if you haven't seen this, this is Gavin Newsom speaking to a majority, like a heavy majority black crowd in Georgia. And let's just see just what Gavin Newsom thinks about black people.
I'm not trying to impress you. I'm just trying to impress upon you. I'm like you. I'm no better than you. I'm a 960 SAT guy. And I'm not trying to offend anyone, trying to act all there if you got 940. But literally a 960 SAT guy. I cannot, you've never seen me read a speech because I cannot read a speech. Maybe the wrong business to be in. I'm not.
Now, he said some interesting things there, some very interesting things. Firstly, he wanted to seem like he is a part of their group, right? And the way that he can best do that is to act like he's an idiot. Interesting. Now, the second part, and I find this one most interesting, he says he can't read. Now, maybe he means he can't read very well. Either way, he's going to have to contend with himself because he debunked it himself prior.
You've written a hell of a book, and I don't say that lightly. I went through it in a quick hour and a half, almost 2 hours. And trust me, I don't read very fast, but it reads at an unbelievable pace. It's so well written. And of course, it's so familiar because I felt a little bit adjacent to so much of the subject matter, but it's 18 chapters. It's an impressive piece of work, 263 or so pages.
Now, he did say he didn't read very fast, but he did say that he was able to read a 263-page book in less than 2 hours. That's pretty quick. I certainly think it's faster than the average one would say. But, yeah, so that didn't go very well for you, Gavin. But don't worry, if you think that this is just one example of it, we can find some more, I'm sure. You don't even have to look very hard. I mean, here's him again trying to pander. Ooh. In China, no less. Careful, Gavin, careful. Your name might come up on that list. I think we all know what list I'm talking about. Maybe. All right, maybe not, but that was pretty creepy, huh? Yeah, okay. I got you. It doesn't go very well for him whenever he tries to do this kind of stuff. And lest you think that's the worst of it, no, and this one's a little bit longer of a clip, but this one's very important for you to see. This one's pretty funny. And it works so well for Gavin when he starts talking like this in person, so long as no one calls him out. But the second someone calls him out, you can just see how nervous he gets, how just that little bit of pressure, the cracks really start to show. So let's go ahead and watch this.
It's half of African Americans in the state of California, roughly half of Latino families that have no access to a checking account or an ATM, things we take for granted. They don't have a checking account.
What's wrong with them?
And well, because they don't have the resources to sock those things away.
Well, why do we have them?
A lot of different reasons, but roughly half those families don't. Where do they
why
end
do
up?
Armenians have them?
But where they end up is in check cashing places.
But I want to know why those
groups.
Why those two groups don't have access?
Well, a lot of just happens to be that. We can talk about
flawed?
This. No, they're hardly flawed, but they're struggling.
Genetically
Folks are making
flawed.
their word. Hardly, not absolutely.
But okay,
not.
do Asians have this problem?
I mean, a lot of communities have. A lot of whites have these problems.
Oh,
but
so that's not just black and Hispanic.
No, but
why did you bring up black and Hispanic?
Because the magnitude is ominous.
But why so many of them?
It just happens to be the
magnitude. That's the way God planned it?
Not at all.
Well, what happened to them?
There are a lot of issues, and that the communities are struggling. A lot
why
of new
are they
immigrants.
Struggling?
A lot of different reasons. Lack of
Hispanics
opportunity.
Have been here. Blacks have been here longer than we've been here.
Well, we can surmise.
What about Asians? They were
feels like Abbott and Costello bit. Who's the jackass?
Put in internment camps.
Yeah, in fact, it all initiated out of San Francisco. And the Chinese Exclusion Act came out.
So are they the check cash? Are they the check cash?
A lot of Asians certainly do.
Oh, so why don't you conclude them?
The only reason why is the magnitude of
There's
the problem.
so many more.
The magnitude and percentage.
But there's no
terms
way to figure out how that happened.
of Africa. We could talk about. You know what I'm dealing with? I don't want to have a sociological debate.
Sure,
I want
why
to deal
would
with
you?
No, here's why.
Why would you want to do that? Because the person from the Times wouldn't write good things about you if
God,
you did that.
No, that's not the case, because I
You
want
don't
to deal
wanna
with
get into
reality.
that.
No.
You want to deal with reality.
I want to deal
tell
with
you
the
what
reality of people
is.
that are struggling. People are suffering. I want to deal with the problems in
Why
a
are
pragmatic
they
way.
struggling
I don't
and
want an
suffering?
idea. We can hold hands and surmise about all these
Why
underlying
are they?
reasons.
I don't want to do that.
but
I want to know why
focus
they're
on the
struggling.
challenge.
Why are they struggling?
A lot of folks are struggling because they can't find
Why
jobs.
blacks and
because
Hispanics?
they're working.
Why blacks and Hispanics?
Across the board, all
Why?
socioeconomic.
Okay, so everybody is.
Everybody's struggling.
So Asians are suffering just as much as blacks.
The face of welfare is not an African American family.
So it's Asian, Jewish, it's all of them.
Caucasian. It's a
Okay,
lot of
so
folks
we're all
in society.
struggling.
A lot of folks are. Half of
Oh, sorry. Can't contend with that at all. My word. This man is a joke. But don't worry, Gavin. You're in good hands here, man. We know it's not just you. You're in a group of people who can't get along without pandering, aren't you? Here's one of you might recognize him. He recently came out and started chastising Trump for his recent actions in Iran. And then you're gonna recognize this woman. We also mentioned her. She's positioning herself for a presidential run too, I believe. So we'll go ahead and watch this one. If you are a tax-paying, red-blooded American, this one's gonna piss you off. I'm just gonna let you know.
Hola.
Mi español no es el mejor.
No te preocupes, alcalde. Si su hijo o hija está cumpliendo 3 o 4 años en el 2026, usted puede registrarlos gratis en el programa Kinder 3 o Pre-Kinder de la ciudad de Nueva York. Pero debe registrarse el 27 de febrero, que es la fecha límite. Cualquier padre de la familia de la ciudad de Nueva York, sin importar su ocupación, ingreso o estatus migratorio, es elegible para registrar a sus hijos. Hola.
That's right. That would be Mom Donnie and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez pandering to, at the very least, non-English speaking immigrants, but seeing as how they bring up the fact that your immigration status doesn't matter and you apply for this program as well, that means, yeah, that sounds like illegal immigrants also get to take part in this at your expense, of course. How gracious of them. How gracious of them. My word. Don't worry. If you think that's the end of the pandering, I went back and found a video. I'm a pretty busy guy, so I couldn't go and clip them all together and put it together for you. But I found a video of someone who has already done that, and you're going to see some pretty famous people. Yeah, this one's a joy.
I don't know who created Pokemon Go, but I'm trying to figure out how we get them to have Pokemon go to the polls.
My word. Yeah, that's right, lady.
I'm proud to be a bartender.
Ooh, she looks familiar.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with working retail, folding clothes for other
She sounds a little different than she did in the last clip.
people to buy.
I don't feel no ways tired.
Interesting. She sounds a little bit different than she did in the last clip.
I come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me.
Leave your best guesses in the comments exactly who she's talking to. I'm sure it takes a mastermind to try and figure that one out.
That the road would be easy. I don't believe he brought me this far to leave me.
If you got the nomination, would you commit to choosing a woman as your vice presidential running mate?
I believe there should be a woman president right now, and it works very hard to get one. Should I become it, you know I'll be looking to women first.
I've pledged that I would ask a woman to serve as vice president. I would put forward a diverse candidate.
Just to this man right here, Eric Swalwell, lest you think he makes good decisions, he got in trouble for banging a Chinese spy. you need to know that going into this.
And I put forward policies that would make sure that inherent bias that exists or discrimination that exists in communities would be eliminated.
Al Sharpton asking every candidate whether they would sign a bill that would create a commission to study the issue of reparations. The overwhelming response from the 2020 contenders?
Yes. 100%, of course. Yes, I would.
I already support that bill. Go HR 40.
And I will sign that bill.
Yes, I'm gonna pass this. Come on now.
Actually, was at the March on Washington with Dr. King back in 1963. And as somebody who actively supported Jesse Jackson's campaign as one of the few white elected officials to do so in 88.
One of the few white. Oh my goodness.
I have dedicated my life to the fight against racism and sexism and discrimination of all forms.
Have you ever smoked?
I have.
Okay. Like in
And
college,
I inhale. I did inhale. It was a long time ago. But yes.
I know you have to go. They say you have to go.
I just broke news.
I mean, was it in college? See, I like stuff like that. That's a real honest answer. Was it a blunt or joint?
It was a joint.
Hey.
Yeah.
You remember the high?
I do.
What do you listen to? Because I know she has to go. So, what does Kamala Harris listen to?
What were you listening to when you was high? What was on? What song was it?
Oh my goodness! Oh yeah, definitely Snoop. Tupac.
What do you listen to now? What's your favorite hip hop artist now? What's your favorite artist?
You know who I really love is Cardi B.
You like Cardi B?
I really do.
Just want to point out right here. I think this is the last time I have to interrupt. Yeah, Tupac wasn't making music when she was in college. Just so we're all aware.
Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop fucking lying.
What's something that you always carry with you?
Hot sauce.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Are you getting information right now?
I wish someone in that room would have asked her, do you have hot sauce on you right now then? What brand is it? My word. Getting sick of these people, I'm not gonna lie. If they aren't lying, then they're not talking at all, right? Oh my gosh. If you enjoyed this clip and you want the full version, go to my bio and subscribe to Next Gen. Together, we are the next generation of media. Thank you, and I'll catch you in the next one.